Okay, here we are with Paco Garcia de la Banda, one extraordinary player from Spain, and I have him so much his T-shirt. The T-shirt is wearing with Pentamind champion 2010 and Mind Sports Olympiad. Paco, you play a lot of games.
Yes,
Which one is your main game?
Well, the game I have enjoyed more to play in the Mind Sports Olympiad is the Entropy.
Entropy.
Yeah, Entropy is my best game. The game I have loved much. And but my best games in life have been first chess, then Go, and then bridge. I mean,
all the classical.
I was following. I started with chess 13 years old, and I fall in love. And then when I was 20, I started playing Go by chance because I knew a master in Madrid, and then immediately came up to fourth dan and Spanish champion, etc. And then when I was 27, I knew bridge, and it was fantastic for me because I am very individualist, and bridge you must play with couples, with teams, and so you have to change your mind not only for yourself but as a teamwork, and it is interesting.
It's a new target to reach, yeah.
Yeah.
So you also represented, a part of the Mind Sport Olympiad, you also represented Spain in many competition, official competition. For example?
Yeah, I went to China, to Beijing, to the Olympiad. And
which Olympiad?
There was the official Olympiad, the Paralympics, and then the Mind Sports Olympiad in Beijing in the 2008, and I was representing the Spanish Go team, and in fact I was captain of the team, and it was something very important for me to go to China, to go to Beijing, staying in the Olympic city, where the athletes were just 1 month before, and it was a wonderful experience.
Wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful. Sincerely, it was amazing.
How you did?
Well, I did very well because we played in groups of 20. 20 players, several groups. I think it was 8 groups of 20 players from all the countries of the world. And I played, I think that we played 7 games and I won 4.
Wow, that's
so
good.
I was in the top 10 and number 1 in Spain. I mean, there was another player who made 4 games won out of 7. But I mean, at that time I was already 50 years old, and most of the Spanish players were 25, 22, etc.
You share with me the age
yes. No, you are the oldest player winning the Pentamind championship. I try. Sometimes I think I have to go after 60. Now this year,
I think I won when I was 59, something
59.
Like that.
I don't know if 50, 59, but I knew that you were 2 years older than me. So after when I thought, well, this year I'm going to be 60, so
the revenge of the age.
I would like to go to the MSO and try to take from youngsters. The number 1 more than 60, because I think that it's a challenge for us to compete with youngsters. They have so much energy and they can do 1,000 hours working, playing, no sleep. I cannot. If I don't sleep, the next day I'm destroyed. So it's fun. It's not
the same as 20 years ago.
No. 20 years ago.
But
when you are 40, you can compete with energy, not the same than 20 or 25 years old, but you can compete with.
You have more experience. It's not
yeah.
like sport.
Yeah, and 60 years old,
but
it's different thing.
They are scared of us.
It's funny when they see you and they see that you have got it. I mean, I was 56 or 57 when I got the Pentamind, and the following year you got it with 2 more years. but when we did that, and you are playing so many different games, some of them that you have learned 1 year ago or a few months ago. I mean that you are not expert. I'm not good in bridge. I mean, I have been playing Spanish Championship, and I am a champion of Canary Islands in teams and in couples, etc. But I am not good. I'm average, top of the average. But and when I play with young people at a good level, they are not scared of me. But when I come to MSO to play all games, they are scared.
That satisfaction.
This old man is going to destroy me.
Yeah, I'm so happy when a turn like I was. How can I say? They have to play with me, and they say, "Oh, I have to play him." So
yes, I prefer to play with another one, but not this one.
That's satisfaction.
That's satisfactory for us. Yes.
Yeah. What you do for a living?
Well, now I'm close to retire, so I have been. I dedicate 30 years of my life to advertising and marketing, and then 12 years ago or 11 years ago that I came first time to MSO in Manchester. And then I saw a wonderful opportunity with the strategic games to teach kids. 20 years ago, I moved to Canary Islands from Madrid. I wanted to forget about business and business executives.
Good choice,
life.
Paco.
And it was a good decision. But after 2 years, I got a marketing director of the biggest company in the island, and then they moved me to marketing director of the whole Canary Islands. So I repeat the same mistake. I was escaping from Madrid, from this business, and then and after 8 years of this job, I came to the MSO, and then I decided this is the way to change my life, and I started thinking how strategic games, because I love strategic games, and I have been advising entrepreneurs, and the most important thing I told them, do whatever you love. I mean, most important thing is dedicate to something that you really love.
I completely agree with you, because when I was young, I was a chemist.
Oh.
I had a good career in front of me. They offered me.
You know, I studied also chemistry.
What? No, I didn't. But I started a professional career in in chemistry. They offered me a very good salary. And when I realized that I should have worked just for them, forgetting everything else, I said, "Thank you for the offer." I quit completely. And I go to games, and I found, and I started, and I started my company.
Your company,
and that was the best decision of my life.
Yeah. So I did the same that I was recommending. I mean, do whatever you love, and so I thought, okay, I love games. I love teaching to kids, because I had when I moved to Canary Islands, first 2 years I was dedicating to teaching chess in the schools. And so I love that. Then I moved to marketing, and then, but thinking how I can be happy.
Yeah.
and I thought, okay, I'm going to create a project to teach kids to open the mind to strategy thinking, to structure the mind with the strategy games.
Okay.
And it was
very,
great.
very good choice.
And thanks to Mind Sports Olympiad, it was just the following year, because once I had this input, I thought, well, this was here.
How many times I'm gonna leave? Just once. So.
Yes. And then I had a problem in the company with the general manager, and then a new general manager that it was commercial and I didn't like too much, and then I said, okay, an agreement. If I leave, and the money I took from leaving the company with the agreement, I invested in my company in my project, buying, well, some million pesetas, or about 20,000 euros in games to start the project and to create this idea. And I have been living with this for 8 years, and now I quit. I mean, I passed the project to a new person, 25 years old, and I advise, and
I'm sure you won't retire at all. You will stay following the new guy.
Just last month I was in La Palma having a lecture quite similar that I'm going to do on Tuesday.
Now we're gonna speak about.
And the politicians always come to listen what I'm advising them. I mean, in education, etc. What I am telling about the future. I mean, and I told them, if you want great entrepreneurs in the future, invest in strategic thinking for the kids.
About that, in a couple of days you will give a lecture, but maybe it's better to call Lectio Magistralis. Yeah, because it's something 2 hours long, and it's about the relation between games and living and life. Would you anticipate something to us?
Yes, sure, no problem.
Just 1 minute.
Yes, what I want to try to demonstrate is that if you start thinking properly, since you are a kid, then it is easier for you to repeat good schemes of good processes of thinking. And how can you get good process of thinking? Repeating the good patterns from the strategic games. So if you practice strategic games from the beginning, I mean, since you are 5 years old, 4 years old, or 6 years old, then you understand how to face problems, and then you can face any problem in life. It's not only games, it is whatever. I mean,
you have better chance in life.
For sure. Better chances to achieve your objectives, because you know that the scheme is the same. What do you need first to have an objective? Then what resources do I have to achieve that objective? And then all the alternatives with those resources to achieve the objective, what is the best?
So you think, let's say, you think best. If you are trying to games, you are gonna think best.
And so this is going to work for business. This is going to work for living. Even, I mean, to choose a fiancé. I told the kids, if you want to have a fiancé, first, what kind of fiancé do you want? I mean,
I want to get close to my bank.
And then, what is this person? What are the interests, etc. And then, once you know everything about this person, then you can focus what of you is fitting with that person, and then you go closer, easier. I mean, not always you are going to.
So you are gonna tell us all these stories
Yeah, exactly.
But I will try to be a spectator of your. It depends on how it's going tomorrow with poker, but I hope this lecture will be recorded.
I'll check. I'll check with
Yeah,
Ethan, but
because
I
it will be
think
very
I
very
think
important
yes.
to make to
Yeah.
show to other people.
Yeah, for me it will be very interesting to have all these lectures. In fact, the lecture I did in La Palma, I have it recorded in Spanish.
In Spanish,
But
it's we like as Italian we like Spanish because it sounds.
Yeah, but
It's quite difficult to understand everything. In English would be better.
Yeah.
So try to be sure it will be recorded.
If I got it recorded, I will do a copy for you for sure.
Paco, I thank you very much. It was a pleasure to speak with you.
Okay, it was a pleasure also to me and to share more things, because now we know that our background was also in chemistry.
We are same age, same background. We like games, so okay.
Everything.
Okay. Thank you.